Okay, what's going on, guys? I want to put together a very short video sharing a very important concept with you. And that's the whole idea of what's your why behind your trading. Now, I recently put this particular segment into some of my content, some of my programs to make sure that my students were very clear on what their why was. My clients were incredibly clear on what their why was. Because I truly believe that if you have a meaningful why behind your trading and whatever you do, if you're clear on why you're doing that particular thing, then motivation, discipline, focus, all these types of things, they don't even come into the equation. And what I mean by that is if you're doing your trading for something that's deeply meaningful to you, you're going to do anything to make sure that you're successful with it. You're going to do anything to ensure that you get the work done, you learn from the best people, you do your research, you go off and execute every single day, you're consistent with it. Losses, wins, those things don't matter in the grand scheme of your deep, meaningful why. And you go off and you get funded accounts, you scale those, etc., etc. So if you aren't already clear on your why, and this is a great exercise to do, sit down with a pen and paper and ask yourself, why am I trading? What's the reason behind my trading? Now, if you're just trading for yourself to make income, to pay bills, cover rent, that's fine. But you have to understand when you get to a certain point of doing that, and your trading finally does get to a stage where you're paying, your basic needs are taken care of. You're going to have to expand your why, otherwise you're going to lose the motivation, the discipline, etc., to continually execute on your trading. So I always encourage people to expand their why. Don't create a fantasy around it, but just find something that's deeply meaningful to you. And ask yourself, why am I trading? I know for me, a big motivation for what I do, a big reason why behind the trading, the education business is because I know first and foremost I love it. And I know based on the things I've learned, based on the things I've seen, experienced, and created, I know I can have a huge impact in people's lives, especially traders. I know I can give them the proper mental models, the proper education to ensure they can deal with the vicissitudes of this journey. Because it can get tough. It can be challenging, but I'm certain if you have the proper tools, etc., etc., you have the proper education, the proper mental models, you can weather the storm in any way, shape, form you need. And a big part of that, coming back to what we're discussing today, is getting extremely clear on your why behind your trading. So if you're not already clear on that, think about it, meditate on it. Don't make something up. Find and look what's meaningful to you. Why are you trading? If it's for yourself, that's okay. But you may need to expand that later on in your journey. Maybe it's for your family. Great. That's a great why. Maybe it's to go off and do things for society as well and have some sort of philanthropic pursuit behind your trading as well. Great. From what I've seen, the bigger the why, the bigger the reason why, the more meaningful behind the more meaning behind the why. Ultimately, that individual has a deep meaning behind their why, is ultimately the one that does great things with their trading. So think about it, meditate on it. Because I know it will make a difference getting clear on that and seeing that in your mind, why you're trading, things will change for the better.